Star Wars 7x7 episode 2427. So we started a series of looks at what Star Wars storytelling is shaping up to be in the post-Skywalker-Saga era. Yesterday we talked about the mega interconnected story event situation. Now we're going to talk about a particular kind of character that seems to be popping up. Punch it. Hey Rebel Rouser, I'm Alan Voivod, and this is Star Wars 7x7, your daily dose of Star Wars joy, and thank you so much for joining me for it. So, a particular kind of character. We've already seen this kind of character appear in live action, and there's going to be more of them. And you could sort of define it as mercenary, you could define it as scoundrel-like behavior, but basically it's people living on the margins of the light and the dark in society, whether that's the Galactic Empire, whether that's the Republic, whether that's the New Republic. We're talking about characters that are living and making their living on the margins. And it started with The Mandalorian, so we are now 2 seasons into that. And of course, in the standalone movie situation, we had Solo: A Star Wars Story, and so we were introduced to Han and a bunch of other scoundrels in that particular time in between the fall of the Republic and the fall of the Empire. And we know that storytelling lineage is going to continue because of the Lando series that was announced at the Disney Investor Day in December. And there have been rumors kicking around about more things going on with that particular set of scoundrels, but nothing that's been confirmed as of yet. And considering all the announcements that came out of the Investor Day, and even considering the Book of Boba Fett announcement that came at the end of Season 2 of The Mandalorian, if they haven't announced anything else, related to the whole Solo crew, then maybe they're just not ready for that. Maybe that's going to be yet a couple of years down the line, if it is even going to happen at all, if there is any truth to these rumors. And certainly they've got enough on their plate with the big interconnected live action storytelling initiative with The Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett and Ahsoka and Rangers of the New Republic building up into some climactic event. Yeah, so that's that. But to today's topic, The Mandalorian definitely qualifies as a character earning his living on the margins of polite society, if you will, right? It's not criminal behavior, but it's certainly going into the criminal underworld in order to make his living. And Boba Fett, yeah, very much scoundrel behavior, was a bounty hunter. We don't know if he's still going to be a bounty hunter or, what his life is going to look like in this new situation, taking over Jabba's crime syndicate, or at least what was Jabba's crime syndicate, and then was, I guess, Bib Fortuna's crime syndicate, but not anymore. Yeah, so it seems like scoundrel behavior is going to be front and center in that scene too. And then you have The Bad Batch, right? So that animated series is supposed to be debuting sometime in 2021. We still don't know when. Shucks, that's too bad. But it's coming, and they are undertaking mercenary missions. That's how the show has been described, to make their living in a world gone mad now that the Republic has fallen. And so they're going to have to learn how to live their lives out on the margins and still make a living somehow. So that's 4 different series right there between The Bad Batch, The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, and the Lando series, where we are dealing with scoundrels and other people who are having to live and work in some very gray areas in order to survive. And that is another way that Star Wars storytelling is evolving in this post-Skywalker-Saga era. And certainly on the comics side of things, having the Bounty Hunters limited series become an ongoing series, and having the Dr. Aphra character be a recurring character in a Darth Vader title, but then getting not only one series of Aphra comics, but a second series of Aphra comics. Yeah, scoundrel behavior is a big deal. And I'd love to hear from you if there are any scoundrels in Star Wars storytelling that you hope get their own front and center situation. Chime in at facebook.com/SW7X7 or youtube.com/SW7X7. Heck, or twitter.com/SW7X7 podcast over there. I would love to hear from you. And that is going to do it for this episode of the show. It just remains for me to say thank you so much for joining me for it, as always. And may the Force be with you, wherever in the world you may be.
Star Wars 7x7 is not endorsed or sponsored yet by Lucasfilm Limited, Disney, or 20th Century Fox, and is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Star Wars, the Star Wars logo, all names and pictures of Star Wars characters, vehicles, and any other Star Wars-related items are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of Lucasfilm Limited, or their respective trademark and copyright holders. May the Force be with them. All original content is copyright 2021 by Star Wars 7x7. We hope you love it.